Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Friday, April the 30th. The year's 2021. Let's talk trading. It's the weekly wrap up and the monthly wrap up all on the same day. Just a reminder, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may have differed from mine. Looking at the week, all the gaps have filled. You can see we're 53 pips below the weekly open, 13 off the low, and 157 pips off the high. Very interesting day today. As you can see, we went through the opening range for the day. We penetrated into the opening range for the month. Opening range being the first day's high and low of that period. And as you can see here, we're 37 pips above the monthly open. So we've pretty much, the market's pretty much taken back anything from the highs and the lows. In the year, we're up 173 pips at the moment. For the week, down 55, month up 35. As you can see, since we still have a few hours left in the market, these prices are changing ever so slightly. Daily inside bar. Oh, you know what? I am on the wrong account. Let me pause this. That particular trading account has a Sunday candle, so that kind of messes up some of the stats. And I saw that here on that inside bar. So inside bar 5 days ago, you can see here we broke through that low at 38.30. The range, 151 pips today on the pound. We've had lots of movement here. Must be end of the month clearing of the books. And we've fallen back into the rat zone. Looking here, the buy zone, we took out a missed pivot from 1 day ago. You can see the pivot point was right in the buy zone, so there was no real bias. Anybody taking that short here was, if you're still riding that trade, it paid off. Red rats didn't really have a chance because at this point in time there wasn't enough range. Green rats had a little nibble here, possible nibble at the end of the day. We'll just have to see what happens. On the pivots, it just went through all the supports here. We're right back down to the monthly pivot point, or through it actually at 138.21. Missed pivots. We've almost taken out a missed pivot here. We took out the one from yesterday. Yesterday, we took out this missed pivot. So for the month, we only have one missed pivot so far. And for the year, we have a couple left in February. On the weekly, we have a missed pivot here from last week. And on the month, no missed pivots. Wick zones in and out, right through. Range, 151 on the day, 95 percentile. High minus close, 144. So red rats, even though you didn't have a true rat zone, if you just traded off of that daily high, if you traded off of the previous high, you didn't get a breakout. There's the previous high, so there was no breakout on the daily. Range, close minus low, you can see we're closing in here. Previous low minus low, you can see we have 118 pips. Max, So that would have been a nice trade taking that breakout. High minus open, you can see here, it's only 20 pips. Still nice bank. Open minus low, 131. Very nice trade off of the daily open. And if we go to the weekly, you can see the range 169. It didn't break out of the previous high, but previous low minus low was only 3 pips, so we didn't really have much of a breakout on the weekly. Weekly range 161, 73 percentile. And I'm sorry, the weekly range was here 169 to 15%. High minus close was at the 72 percentile. Close minus low at 9 is only at the 5 percentile. And if we go ahead and look at the month, range high minus low 340, only at the 12 percentile. High minus previous high, we didn't get a breakout. Previous low minus low, only 2 pips. So once again, pretty much a confined range. High minus the close, 193. Close minus the low, 148. So if you traded off of the monthly rat zone, you were definitely rewarded. So you look to see those rat zone daily. Is it the highest red rat zone for the week, for the month? Is it the, and of course you don't know that that's going to way it ends, because on the very first day it's going to of the month, so from Monday when we trade, that's going to be the highest for the week and the highest for the month. Then Tuesday, maybe it'll push one up. So you just have to keep looking at it and to see, is this the highest one? Because when it makes that reversal, as you can see here, it could be 100 pip trade for those of you who like to go for those big trades. The Walmart lines, once again, here at the 20, we're at 14, so that Walmart trade would have paid off. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red H1s in a row, or you can just use the indicator rather than counting them by hand. But as you can see, it's pretty much been a down day. Got crushed. And on the highest low, lowest high indicator, you can see some of the trades that were available. In fact, I believe Walmart got in on that trade. We were trading together earlier today. I had gotten in and price reversed on me, and I just wrote it up here and I punched out of a couple of my trades. And this is at the M5 level. Actually, we were trading off of M1, but you can see here it put in the lowest high 4 bars ago, taking that trade. Could have picked up a couple of pips. And we're noticing that, a lot of these trades are good for 1 or 2 pips, but as you can see, if it's pushing down, you take your pips. You're going against H1. If you go against H1, 1 or 2 pips, be happy. Sure, every now and then you're going to get the big run. Even here, last hour, you see it moved up and it moved back down. On the M15, you had a trade here at the 21. And this isn't actually, no, that was 1 pip ago. Let's see, right here, the trade would have been at this level. Actually, right here, that would have been the lowest high. So if you jumped in, that was good for a few. Because I forgot, these are dynamic. These are going to change if you have a new lower high or higher low. These will change as time goes forward. So you can see here, This was 24 bars ago. That's what I have it set to on this chart. But when it moves one more bar, you'll see that this will be the higher low. So this is changing. And I've in the and this is on the latest TRO HL5, but on the TRO 2021 high low, you can set this for the day, the week, the month, going back to the beginning of that chart period that you want to look at. So depending on how you want to configure these, and what we've been testing today, instead of using 24, we're using 34 and 34 in the multimeter, because 34 corresponds to the 3LZZ, the 3 ball, 34 pips. I'm sorry, 34 bars worth of change, because we noticed on H1, I hate it when it does that, but I found a trick. If you switch to the monthly and then back to the 1 minute, it puts things so that it's not all scrunched up. But you can see here, you go 3 ball to 3 ball to 3 ball to 3 ball, and so on and so forth. And you can see that, so for example, here, this 3 ball, right somewhere along here would have been the lowest high. You take that short, and then as it comes down, somewhere maybe around here or here, this would have been a 3 ball, and then it puts in a high, and then you could have taken that trade to the north. But that's what we were working and playing with today, and it was profitable. But the one thing is, you have to be quick. You can't hesitate, because it will bite you if you're not quick. So you can see right here, as price moved down, hit that 14.7. Now it's at 15.7. Hit a high of 16 on that candle. On this candle, I'm not sure why it's not showing me. Something's frozen in the computer here. As we watch paint dry. Yeah, something's definitely froze up. It seems. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, computer finally sorted itself out here. But as I was saying, you can see here, you take that trade, and now this happens. And what I learned was, what you want to do is you also want to look at M5 and see if you have any corresponding. So you can see here 14.7, M5 was 16.3. And what will happen is, here on the multimeter, these will go to 0 as it's busting out. So right here on M15, we're 4 pips below that lower high. Right here, now only 3. So that gives you a clue. So like for the order block traders, you can use this if you want. And if not, you can stay. So you can see here, 23 pips below the lowest high. And at the end of the hour, this line will move down to here. So you can take that breakout. So fellow traders, I hope you had a profitable day, week, and month. And hope you have a fun and safe weekend. We're going to start a new month next month. And Walmall reminded me that we said we're going to talk to you about these DSR type trades. So we'll probably be doing that. I've got a couple of really great topics also to talk about, on the brain management side. So just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And if you haven't, please click subscribe and start clicking like on my videos so maybe more people can see them. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.